So, have you ever heard of budget travel? Well, I'm not talking about some travel agency. I'm not talking about a car rental company. What I'm talking about when it comes to budget travel is what the American people are doing right now. More and more people are now starting to travel, but on a budget, where they're staying at hotels that have a continental breakfast or a free breakfast, going to different places where they offer free things to do. For instance, parks. If you look at the amount of people that are going to Yosemite, going to Yellowstone, they're trying to go to different places around the United States that are going to cut their costs. And I remember this years ago where a lot of people were going to like Red Rock Canyon, going hiking. And they were doing so because it was free. As long as you were able to get there, you could go and hike Red Rock Canyon. No issues. Well, here's the thing. I'm doing a little bit of traveling right now for the next few days. But one of the things that's been happening is I'm starting to notice the things that are free are packed. Like there's so many people doing them. It is absolutely insane. For instance, went to a beach recently and it was packed. You couldn't get a parking spot anywhere. And I'm talking about not even at like the parking lot, near the beach. I'm talking about anywhere remotely close. People were seriously hiking with surfboards to try to get to the beach. And I'm talking about, almost a mile away in the middle of just a neighborhood. They're parking their car in front of someone's house, grabbing their surfboard and walking. That's how far away people had to park to go do something for free. Okay. Now, again, is this budget travel? Possibly. Or obviously people that are from the area just wanting to go surfing, grab their surfboard and head down to the beach. But this is what I find interesting about what's going on right now. More and more people are turning to this, what they call budget travel, where they're staying at hotels, again, with a free breakfast, where they go to a hotel that gives out like free cookies, drinks for happy hour, something like that. And this is the crazy part. It's working, where certain hotels are doing extremely well. Those airlines that were offering discount tickets, they were doing pretty well. Now, granted, what was it? Spirit Airlines, weren't they the ones that went under? They had some flaws there. But this is what's working. People right now are trying to travel, see the world, but do it on a budget. They don't have an open-ended credit card that they can spend $15,000 on and not have to worry about it. That's not where we're at. Where we're at is people are trying to save money. I'm seeing more and more people renting electric cars, like this one. Like there's Tesla right here. Just trying to save some money, so I don't have to pay for gas. Right? Again, budget travel. It's not something that I was really looking into, but now that I think about it, it makes sense. Like, if I can save a little bit of money on gas by just renting a Tesla, great, I'm going to do that. Okay. Same thing when it comes to eating out, going to a meal. One of the things that my wife and I did, took the kids to Raising Cane's. And I remember seeing something on TikTok a while back where the best way to save money if you're eating out at like Raising Cane's or some of these other restaurants was to order like a bigger meal. So I think last night we got a Caniac meal or something like that. Maybe that's not the name, but it was a 6 chicken finger combo, 1 bread, 1 drink, coleslaw, fries, whatever. And so instead of us getting the littler ones, each getting the 3 chicken fingers for like $13, $14 a piece, we spent $18, got the big one with the 6 chicken fingers, got an extra drink, and then we got an extra Texas toast, and we're able to save money that way. Again, that's what we call budget travel. Now, the reason why I'm even bringing this up is because you're going to start to see more of this, where restaurants are going to start offering different discounts. You're going to see the same thing from hotels. You're going to see the same thing from airlines. I don't know if you remember this, but years ago, you could get a discount on an airline if you were traveling for business as opposed to personal and for leisure. And so I remember like I'd call in and try to get a flight, and then they'd say, again, this was before the internet and Expedia and hotels and all that really, and apps really took off. But I'd call in and ask for, can I get a quote on a flight? And they tell me what it is. And then they ask, is this for business or leisure? And I remember asking, well, what's the difference? Oh, it's about a $30 price difference. If you're flying for business, we're going to give you a little bit of a discount. Perfect. Yep. Flying for business. All right, great. Here you go. But again, we're starting to see this come back. Okay. And this is why I think this is so important, is because what's happening, especially recently, is that you're starting to see, people are doing these staycations where they are staying at home, or they're driving, hour, 2 hours away, having a little vacation, doing a lot of this fun stuff. Again, a lot of it free. And then they come back home and stay at their own house. It's a staycation. Okay. This is a version of it. The other version is you go somewhere, or you stay like at your in your own city, but you have a hotel room. You're paying for the hotel room. So there's two different variations. The one that you pay for the hotel room and you do stuff, there around your city, or you go somewhere and within, I think, like 2 hours or something, and you do all those activities, and then you come home and you stay in your own bed. And so again, what are you paying for? Are you paying for the hotel and do stuff within your city, or are you doing stuff outside your city and you're paying for the gas? Right? Again, all free stuff. But this is why I think more and more people are turning to budget travel, is they're trying to get out of their own city. They're trying to do other things, have a little bit of fun, show their kids, their family, that there's more to do out there. Hey, there's a lot to do. I remember, years ago, my wife and I were talking about, what there is to do, in the area. And there were so many things that we haven't done, where it was like 2 or 3 years since we even walked down to Pike Place Market. We went to go see the museum. We went to the aquarium down there, the pier in Seattle. You just go walk around the Space Needle. Just do different things like that. And so what's crazy is, you live in a city, but you do the same stuff. So here's my advice to you. Right now, we're starting to see more and more people are turning to this idea of budget travel. And it's not necessarily because they're wanting to save money. It's because they have no other option. They have to save money if they want to go do anything. And I think that's where more and more people are at. So here's where I want to leave you today. If there's something that you want to do, and it could be anything. Maybe you want to go to a theme park and you really want to take the kids to Disneyland, right? That's great. Maybe you have the money to do that. Maybe you don't. But here's the thing. Is there another option outside of Disneyland? Could you go to a different theme park? Could you go to, Silverwood, or, here in the area, there's Wild Waves. Could you go do something like that and cut your costs more than in half? Right? Is that an option? Most likely. So that's where I want to leave you today, is think about it. The next time you're doing something, whether you're going on vacation or just going to go do something for fun for just a little bit, is there something you can do? Right? And then exactly what is it? So I'll leave you with that. But again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.